I'm Jenny from Heart of a Mother, and today I'm going to share with you some tips on how to stay peaceful and patient throughout our homeschooling days. This question gets asked a lot, right? Because we're with our kids almost every day, all day long. We are on call 24/7, especially if you are in a season where you have littles who don't sleep through the night. It is just a constant on mode for mom. And that can be pretty exhausting and pretty draining. And it can result in a lack of peace and a lack of patience because of the repetitive nature of things and because it seems like things never get better, right? I promise you, whatever you are enduring right now is a season and it will change for better or worse soon. But these are 5 things that have helped me throughout the years become a better mom. Homeschooling has helped me immensely in this area by forcing me to learn patience and to be more peaceful and accepting, because that is not natural to me. I am not, at my very core is not understanding and gentle and loving and patient. I would rather get things done and everybody do it correctly the first time in all aspects of my life, including small children who have no idea. But I had to learn, of course, and accept that that's not the way kids work, that's not the way people work, and it is damaging to our relationships when I keep that mentality. So here's 5 things to change that mentality. The first one, I say this all the time, is to pray about it. I ask God to help me change. I ask God to give me opportunities to make better choices in the way I respond to my children and speak to my children and my husband, and to inspire me to be more aware of situations where I might lose my peace, lose my temper. And this isn't just about being angry. I was a yeller, maybe am sometimes. I don't think yelling is altogether awful in certain circumstances, but even if you're not a yeller, even if you are not loud about your discomfort, a lot of us can internalize that angst and hold it in for way too long, and that is the disaster result in the end. I've seen friends really struggle with that. I don't hold it in, but I've watched it. So whether you hold it in or not, pray about it. Ask the Lord to guide you and give you the chances and the resources. And He will. He provides. He cares so much about you and your children and your husband and your family that if we keep going back to Him and we keep saying, I am sorry that I cannot stay calm, or I am sorry that I am getting so aggravated by this, please help me to find a way through this, whether to solve the problem or to just be at peace with the situation. So pray, number 1, always. Number 2, sleep and eat and move. Sleep is hard to come by when you've got littles, but please figure that out. Sleeping is the one thing that influences my blood pressure, my reactions more than anything else. If I have not gotten good sleep, it is very hard for me to react consistently in a loving way. So do your best. If you need to get creative and put on a movie while you take a nap, or have husband do bedtime so you can go to bed early, or whatever it is, try to find that sleep that you need. Maybe not every single day. I know it's a ebbs and flows, but do your best to improve that if it's a weak spot for you. And then eat. I'm notorious for not eating breakfast. It's just I'm not hungry in the morning, and that's bad because by lunchtime I can be kind of hangry, and so I have to force myself to have a small meal. I make sure to buy things or prepare things ahead of time that I know that I will eat, and make sure that that's easy and doesn't involve a lot of thought or time. So that is one thing that I have to constantly go back to and realize, oh, no wonder I haven't been eating, breakfast, or I haven't been eating a full lunch, because lunch sometimes gets messy too if I'm running an errand or I'm feeding the kids and I don't like what they have, and then I gotta find my own thing and I don't really eat. Anyway, eat and then move. If you are staying in your house all the time and you have no exercise, you're not getting outside in the sunshine, try to do that. I'm not saying you need to go run 5 miles, but take your kids to the park and just sit there. Even that is better than sitting or walking around at home. Maybe force yourself to do the stairs a few more times than you ordinarily will. I used to, keep a basket at the bottom of the stairs to run stuff up when I had time, and that basket would overflow. And then all of a sudden I switched to, oh wait, I need to take this upstairs. I'm gonna go do it real fast. It takes 2 minutes to run up there and to focus on that task and not get distracted with other tasks and to run back down. But that gets my body moving and I feel better. Go to the mailbox, whatever it is you can do to move. So first is pray. Second is sleep, eat, and move. Third is something I learned in a season of life that I was really struggling with anger, is to identify the triggers to my frustration and tell my kids and husband about those specific triggers. So what are the things that make me the most upset? And verbalize those in some developmentally appropriate way to my kids and to my husband. So for me, getting out of the house to leave and go somewhere is a trigger. It is a time of stress for me. I get more anxious than I do otherwise. I don't know why. It's a lot to remember. I don't know. So I have to plan extra time. And if it's a big outing, make a list. And then my kids know that they need to plan extra time and they need to work hard to help mommy maintain peace. It's not all on them. I'm doing my part, but telling them helps everything go more smoothly and helps remind me to laugh at myself when I mess up. So if I realize that I'm getting tense and snapping, then I can come clean on that a lot faster if they know that it's my trigger. It's okay, I messed up again. And if it is something like leaving dirty dishes in the sink and your husband always does it and that just makes you like more frustrated than you otherwise would be, tell him about it. Honey, I don't care if you leave this here or that there, but the dishes in the sink just make me livid. And communicating that small thing, that small change, just put them on the counter instead of in the sink, or put a bucket that he can put them in, or whatever. Communication and making sure that you've said what it is that bothers you can really go a long way. And so when you identify those triggers and you figure out what are the scenarios in which I'm getting the most upset, it's easier to prevent them and mitigate them if you're getting close. Okay, number 4 is involve someone else. This could be phone a friend, leave the house. Maybe your husband is teleworking all the time. I've pretty much stopped yelling because he's home all the time and right there. But really, when I know I'm gonna have a really stressful week or he's out of town, I try to invite a friend over for a play date midweek, because I know that I will be kinder when there's someone else in the house and I can breathe a little bit there and kind of reset myself and my anxiety and my temper. Or just text or phone a friend. I need prayers right now. I am really frustrated. And then I'm reaching out instead of lashing out, right? Leaving the house works too. Take a walk around the block, go to the park. You're not gonna scream at your kids when you're in the middle of the street, right? And even then, the things that cause angst, when you step away from them, you gain perspective. So you might not be yelling. I'm using that as an example because I've always struggled with that. But even if it's just causing you a lot of irritation, stepping away from that can gain perspective. Okay, it's just dirty laundry on the floor, or it is just a cup left, on the table, whatever it is. And stepping away. So maybe you're getting someone involved and with a friend or a husband, or you're just getting out of the house. Any of those will work. Okay, the last thing is to connect with your kids. And I've kind of mentioned this a few times. If you know your triggers and you're talking with your kids about those, if you are apologizing to them when you mess up and admitting that, oh, I shouldn't have done that, that was silly of me, then that relationship between you and your kids is built, and all those oxytocin things go out and you feel better. It releases the endorphins. It helps us to love better and to respond in love when we're making connections with our kids. And if we're having a particularly hard day, I might say, stop, get out the Uno cards, let's play. We love playing Uno. Or stop, let's go take a walk around the lake. Just to connect with my kids on a different level than whatever it is we're angsty about, right? We love going to the library, so that's actually what I choose before going outside. I'm not a big outside person. But connect with your kids and building those relationships, and that, not friendship, because that's different, but that intimacy and that mutual respect and that fun and joy together will lessen your frustration, will make your heart feel more peaceful, and then make it easier to respond more peacefully. So those are my tips. Those are things that have helped me over the years to stay more peaceful and patient on a daily basis. I pray, I try to sleep and eat and move. I identify what my triggers are. I get someone else involved or get out of the house, and then I connect with my kids on that personal level within relationship, and so that I can choose love and choose peace. Because God will give you the peace. He gives me the peace when I actually accept it. But I have to be a fertile ground. I have to be open to that. I have to take a deep breath, sit down, get on my knees, and humble myself to accept it. And I encourage you to do the same, and I will pray that you are blessed in your mothering and homeschooling with grace and peace today and moving forward. Thanks for watching. Please visit me at heartofamother.net to connect with me on Facebook. Follow this YouTube channel, and we will talk again next time.